Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luca. Looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? I'm about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk.
Yup.
Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense. Wackadoos travel in packs, ain't that?
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
Ah! Oof!
Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
You joik! My clothes are ruined. I'm gonna...
Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
I don't feel so good. Help? I'm sorry, I just...
Oh shit.
Yup.
That was intense.
Iggy's gonna be okay, right?
Nothing about this seems okay.
The person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town?
We were just helping look for Rollo.
Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago.
Really? So where was he?
It's funny, really. He just got a little turn around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know.
I'm starting to get that impression.
Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest.
Wow, that's a relief.
You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves.
Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo.
Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you.
She was?
She was worried sick. You should march straight home.
I guess.
Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow.
Sure. But he's okay.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran? I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him. So I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. It turns out Rollo is safe and sound.
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
So Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess.
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. "The wrong choice, but I respect it." The pond began to freeze over. "Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right." Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was." "Dad, we have to go." Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run." The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. "That's the thing about fishing, Luca." His chest began to crystallize. "You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out." A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply. Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rollo?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Rollo, is that you?
Luca! You there? Hello?
Rollo, it's the middle of the night.
Luca! Thank God! Listen! I don't know how long this thing will work down here.
Down here?
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now. But some words were still just static.
Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday.
What? The man in the hazmat suit?
Took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground.
Underground? You okay?
Kinda. They seem more interested in... For now, at least.
Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe.
Her? No! Trust... He's... Hold on, someone's coming.
The signal went silent.
Rollo? Rollo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a response. His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. The signal's getting worse.
I can barely hear you.
Rollo's voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to... The treehouse. The treehouse.
With that, the signal died for good.
What was it trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna! He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rolo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse. Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
So, we all understand our roles? Yeah, you can count on me.
I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now.
I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. Hiram, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Eris Valentine. Her resources would still have come in handy.
As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How is Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Gran? Why are you meeting Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hi, Luca! Yeah! Don, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stay out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca.
Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
Go pick out your bait from the tackle box, buckaroo.
Luca opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait. Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
You'll have to reel it in a bit faster, or your catch will lose interest.
Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
What do you think the other one is?
Hard to say. Sometimes things drift away.
That's not fair.
No, it's not.
Well, wherever it is, I hope that other boot at least has a sock to keep it company.
Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook. Good for skimming the surface.
Well, I'll be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you it'd turn up.
Luca wrapped some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know.
It's got a bunch of big words written on it.
Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights, with respect to Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area, has been rejected.
Who's that for?
Applicant Valentine Estate. Good. Good.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man.
Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around.
Rollo? Rollo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rollo. Mr. Kerr said you were all right. What happened out there? Dang it, Rollo, where are you? Yeah. Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here. So you better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster. Now you hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy.
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me! This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you can control yourself for a second. And I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you gotta be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and power of friendship. I None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all the way through Wheatwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you?
Luca! Luca!
Rollo?
It's not safe, Luca!
Rollo, where are you?
The treehouse!
I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you?
No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe! They said they were going to the treehouse! I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse!
Who said they were going to the treehouse?
The clipboards!
What did I tell you? There's plenty of harvest wackadoos that are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Let's ask you more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well... Thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me!
Luca, what's happening?
Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down just a second. Of course. We have a problem.
Luca, you gotta get out of there!
Who's out there? It's them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? Yeah, you were right. They were saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts.
Run!
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Iggy, there you are. You gave all of us a heck of a scare.
Go away! Just leave me alone!
Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry though, we're here to help.
Help? Then why are you even chasing me?
Luca, can you talk some sense to your pal here? Just look at him, he's not well.
What's wrong with him? What's that gunk do to him?
Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him.
You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting.
He is! Poor fella just got a little lost.
That's a lie!
That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies.
Why? Because you let you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar?
Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you is that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca? Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rolo sends his regards.
Hey! That was uncalled for, more than a little rude. And just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
And this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.